We just got done watching Schindler's List. Any thoughts?
Yeah, this is a very emotional film. Even though this is the third time I've watched it fully, it's still very powerful. At the end of it, I was almost in tears. It tells a very difficult story, obviously, of the Holocaust.
I agree. It's very emotional. And, it definitely tells a good story. I enjoy it. Like, this is one of Spielberg's best films. It's just very. It's done in such a convincing way, and Spielberg really gets at an issue that is hard to get at, and it's a Holocaust film, of course, so it is a subject that needs to be approached delicately, and Spielberg is obviously a master of filmmaking. This movie does a great job of serving as a memorial to the Holocaust and the people who died during the Holocaust, and is also a fantastic biography and testament to the work of Oscar Schindler himself. And it's very, very fantastic. One of the first things you notice about this film is that it's filmed in black and white. I don't know, it's definitely stylistically, I think it definitely fits with the film. It's not a cheery subject, so lack of colors can definitely add to it. I also thought it sort of added to the historical point of view, like the pictures that we all have, that we have from the concentration camps are all in black and white, and I felt like this sort of filming a movie in black and white definitely adds to it. There's occasional colors, like the red coats or the colored films. I think from a filming perspective, definitely it was a great choice for Spielberg because this movie is obviously it explores some pretty dark subject matter, and it allows you to sort of manipulate the idea of black and white film. There's a lot of things you can do with lighting and with darkness and with light that you can't get the same effects with color film, and it really sort of exploits the light and darkness of some scenes when they're liquidating the ghetto and people are just, soldiers are in stairwells and things. He really works with light, and he has light splashing in the windows and gunfire and things like that. He can really create sort of a somber sense of mood that he gets out of the film. And he uses color in this film actually occasionally, like for the coat and for the candles, and he uses it sparingly, almost to the point where I think it's a very odd. I don't want to call it gimmick, but it is it's very sticks out when you see it. The candles are sort of an interesting way to start the film, and that it's juicy down to Sabbath dinners and things like that, and then the candle wears out, and then at the end you see Schindler set up candles in his office again. It's an interesting way. He uses the color to sort of wrap things together. He connects the girl to the code, the beginning of the war with the candles to the end of the war with the candles. He really makes use of color and darkness very well. One of the only thing I didn't like about the style that this film was made in was that it was in English. I mean, I can see the good reasons for filming in English. It definitely makes it an important film more accessible. But I don't know. Most of the film is in English, but there's occasional scenes where there's people shouting in different languages, and it's just not necessarily random. It always seems like the German comes comes out when violence is going on, but I don't know. It was enough to sort of throw me off. I think that if it had been filmed in German with like German actors, it's still. I mean, you wouldn't have Liam Neeson who does a terrific job, but I mean, I think it wouldn't necessarily take anything away from other people. Into this movie, and he mentioned this before we come to the video. I have no issue with the way he uses German or English. I think it's honestly it's okay.
By having it all in English, it added a sort of fake sentimentality to me. I mean, it's an excellent. I cared so much for these characters, but I mean, like, it just seemed a little bit inauthentic because I sort of knew these people are all coming from different places. They wouldn't be able to be speaking the same language. I don't know. Maybe I'm just caring too much about this. I watch a lot of foreign films.
What scene do you think was, if you could pick a scene, was the most important scene?
I don't know. I tend to always pick the scenes that I feel like sort of mark a major character turning point in the characters. If I had to pick one from this movie, I would say it's in the cellar when Schindler is talking to Ghost's maid. Like, up to this point, Schindler's been sort of a playboy, and this is really him. This sort of seemed to me like him taking a sort of. He seems eternally protecting people, I guess, like a. I don't know. And he just kisses her on the top of the head to try and reassure her. I thought that was a major turning point because after that, he starts to look after all the people.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the most important scene. It's definitely a turning point in the character, and this is where you see him make this change, and he's more defiant against the other officers, whether it's giving water to the passengers inside the train on an extremely hot day, or if it's trying to convince Joe to make it a little easier and on the people and like pardon others.
I'm gonna have to say I think Spielberg's most important scenes are the ones that don't involve Schindler and don't involve the ones that use a lot of extras and a lot of lesser speaking roles. The most significant scene for me, I think, is a combination of the two scenes that were thematically linked. Was when the women are. I think this is when they're Auschwitz and they're
Yeah, they just do that into Auschwitz instead of.
I can't remember when the specific picture is, but they're in the bunks and they're talking to each other, and one of them mentions as sort of a bedtime story.
Yeah, it's before Auschwitz.
Incorrectly, she mentions that a woman she knows says, basically tricks the prisoners into taking a shower that they were with gas, and they all sort of write it off and go, that can't be true. And they find these very simplistic logic. If you heard that story from somebody who was there, wouldn't she be dead anyway? And you find these ways to weasel out of it, and they convince themselves they're going to go right. And no one says, the Germans need us. Why would they kill their workers? That can't happen. And they're fooled into the sense of their head. And then later, they get their hair cut short at Auschwitz, and they're herded into essentially a shower room, and there's this moment where you don't know what's going to happen, and it's really, it ends up being a shower, a straight up shower, and it sort of shows what it must have been like inside the concentration camps, this sort of nagging fear that these people have learned to doubt and to ignore, to logic themselves out of. And then there's the dehumanization and the fear, and it's really, it's those two scenes I think together are sort of grand contextualizing statements on the Holocaust as a whole that I think are really powerful.
There's another scene as well where Schindler when Schindler just saves Stern from being deported, where the camera trails off and there's a little behind the scenes of what the baggages, all the suitcases that they told the prisoners that they will get as long as they write their address on the luggage. You see that was a complete and utter lie, and that they catalog all of the items inside these bags. And you see the reality of what's going on, that they're not going to get this stuff back because they won't need it.
terrific movie. I definitely noticed a lot more this time watching it through than I did before, and everything that I've noticed has really cemented this even further as being a great movie in my mind. I do have complaints, but they're not. They don't deter from the movie at all. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I think this is a very important movie for so many reasons. I mean, just not only is it well done, but it conveys the story of the Holocaust very strongly, and it's a must see if you want a better understanding of what life was like during the Holocaust.
Definitely feel the fun stuff. It's brilliantly acted, brilliantly written film.
All right, thanks for watching.